Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. Today I want to give you guys a bit of a follow-up on the video that I made yesterday, and it was titled Decision Making is Coming to Arena. So it's a pretty provocative title, but it is true. In today's video, I want to highlight 5 decks that I drafted yesterday in the Wild Arena system, and I mostly want you guys to understand where I'm coming from because it really wasn't clickbait. It is the case that there's very few decisions being made. Now, understandably, it is Wild Arena, so there are a lot more complicated cards and stuff, but because it is Wild and you don't actually play around anything, there's actually a little bit less strategy when it comes to drafting. Just a quick rundown on the changes that lead to this discussion in this video and the last video. Blizzard will be changing the way that you draft cards. Right now, if you draft cards and you get like a rare card, the other 2 options will be a little bit weighted, but fairly random rare cards. So what happens with this system is you get almost always one card that is considerably better than the other 2, so you're not really making a decision. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm going to decide to pick the card that's going to let me win a hell of a lot more. It's not really a decision. And you get some verification through this through the drafting app. I use the Hearthstone Overwolf app for this. I am partnered with them if you want to check that out. I've been using this forever, even before the partnership started. It's a really nice tool, but it doesn't really help even like intermediate players pick cards most of the time. I see it as a safety net. I see it as, I know what I'm going to pick almost every single time, and sometimes my confidence goes over what I think they pick, but it's a good understanding of where the arena system lies, and you can kind of see that it's more than just my opinion or someone else's opinion. That arena is, as Blizzard says it is. It is simply very little decision making in the drafting process. The scores that you see on your screen from the Hearth Arena app, they are statistically driven. So the base score is very accurate because they can tell how good a card is through the millions of games of statistics that they receive from the large user base that they have. But the synergistic aspect, yeah, that can be a bit trickier to establish, but Hearth Arena does a pretty good job. I wouldn't say it's 100% accurate, but it's certainly very useful. The way I use it is, I know what I'm going to pick, but sometimes Hearth Arena surprises me. The best example I remember was from several months ago. I think I was playing Warrior, and I was ready to pick a card. I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was a weapon or something, and Hearth Arena gave me a monstrous score for a Wild Pyromancer. And, I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? Then I looked back at my deck. I realized I had a lot of spells, but none of them actually did any board clear AoE effects. So clearly Wild Pyromancer was actually an amazing pick there. So Hearth Arena, it gives you that reminder. If you forget, some possible synergies, sometimes you don't realize how synergistic a card might be, Hearth Arena will remind you and will save you from making an odd mistake. At the same time, when I've done crazy things like I did, I don't know if it was, I think it was for New Year's or something, I had a stream with my wife Rania, and we did like a blindfold arena, and I picked every single card except 2 based on the arena score, and they were ones that probably disagree with anyway, and they were very close. And that's basically just every draft for me. I think on average, I agree with Hearth Arena 28 out of 30 picks, whether I'm actually looking at the screen or blindfolded. It's not an issue, in my opinion, of people using drafting apps like Hearth Arena. It's more of an issue with there is very little decision making. There's very substantial differences between the power level of the 3 cards that you are typically offered in Arena. And again, today I want to just give you guys some pretty typical Arena decks. All of these decks were from last night. I didn't do very well in Arena last night, to be honest, but these decks statistically are very average. I think one of them was my best deck in a few weeks, but it was like a 71.8 point, I think it was the Warlock deck, I'm not too sure. In any case, it's kind of sad it's my best deck in like weeks, but it's just a little bit above average. The average deck score right now is probably just under 70, and most of the decks in this video follow through. So some very typical decks, and you'll get to see how often the situation comes about that cards are actually close to one another right now, and how often you actually have to make a difficult decision in that case. I know some people really pride themselves in their drafting and all that, but honestly, I don't think there's that much to it right now. It's kind of set in stone. Yes, you can sometimes find a bit of a niche in the meta. For instance, I know a few months ago, before the Kobolds expansion, Warrior was doing pretty well at countering rogue decks and mage decks, because there weren't quite that many taunts and not that much weapon removal, so they couldn't control you from slamming their face with weapons. So that was actually kind of a niche in the meta. And sometimes you can discover these things, but even when you do, the card selection doesn't change very much. In any case, I'll leave you guys with the draft. It's just drafting today, guys. If you want gameplay, there's going to be a video later. There's a video like 12 hours ago. We're still doing 2 videos a day, but they're spaced apart. So check it out, enjoy, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Let's go first. Oh, there we go. First card. Bam. Piece of garbage. Alright. So, basically what Blizzard is doing is something better than that. Is it going to be perfect? No. Obviously it's not. They might have, like, algorithms will probably be pretty good eventually. But, like, right now we have no consideration for the power level of a card. And then later we will have some consideration for the power level of a card. If Blizzard gets it wrong, it can't be any worse than we have now, because there is no consideration for the cards at all. Like, at all. So it can't be worse. It just can't be worse. Not possible. I hope that's clear. I'm happy that the rare cards will stay rare cards, which makes strategy when playing the game still relevant. If epics were as common as, like, base cards, then that, like, fucks up all the strategy big time. Good thing that's not happening. Definitely think it's possible. Let's see. Brace. Oh, this is a good one. Right? Like, this is no consideration for the power level of a card. This is what no consideration looks like, and it looks like this 20 to 28 picks in every single arena draft. Right? This is it. So if they get it wrong, then it's not going to be worse than that. It doesn't matter if they get it wrong. They're gonna try to get it right, and it'll be better than what it is now. That's it. The only downside that I see to the whole system is they said that cards that suck will show up less often, which kind of sucks, because Arena is playing with crappy cards. That's like the fun aspect of it. You don't want to play with just good cards. It's just basically ranked mode. But that's a lot of, like, adjustments and stuff, so it's hard to see, hard to tell what it's going to be like until we actually play it. Both Rania and I slept very little. We tried to get tickets for something in the morning. We didn't end up getting it, but we woke up super early. So, yeah. She's not feeling too well. I mean, I'm not feeling too well, but I just stream anyway, usually. Whatever. But we're alright. I'll be back at it tomorrow. Yeah, it was the mirror thing at the AGO. I think it was flooded with bots, because there's no fucking way. Like, I'm pretty good at sniping online queues, because I've had a lot of practice with the early BlizzCon times. Those of you that remember know exactly what I'm talking about. I had a shitload of tabs. I was, like, refreshing constantly, and I got in queue when the instant the page went up. 38,000 in line. Nice. Yeah, that system is just so bad. Like, there's way too many internet savvy people that run bots for those type of, like, giveaways and those type of, like, first come first serve online ticket sales. It's garbage. Yeah, it's too bad. I mean, it's a Toronto only event. I mean, yeah. Like, I got in, like, I had a whole bunch of tabs open, and only one made it through after I was spam refreshing for, like, 10 minutes. So, like, I could not have been more than a few seconds off. So you're telling me a Toronto-based event, and I'm pretty pro in sniping queues for tickets online. Within, like, a second of the site going up,
like almost 40,000 in line. Just give me a break. Give me a fucking break. There's no way. There's just no way. Like, what are you telling me? There's like 2 million people like queuing up for this thing in the morning, and I just like didn't make the cut? Like, give me a break. Who can guess tomorrow's clickbait title? I don't do clickbait titles. I'm trying to do more provocative titles, but they're not clickbait. Yeah, I know. Well, you can't resell these tickets, which is why it was a bit puzzling. But I don't know. I'm sure there's some way around that. Why is that not possible? Well, like for BlizzCon tickets, which were a hell of a lot in higher demand back in the day, I'd usually do my F5 skills on a single browser, and I'd get in, you know, I think the highest placing I ever got was like 9,000. Like I know the manual way to snipe tickets online really well because I've done it a lot. Obviously, you can't beat a script, and I'm not going to beat scripts. That's why I'm like, you know, 2 to 9,000 when I try to do like BlizzCon tickets, right? But for a Toronto-based event, multiple tabs, perfectly executed, 40,000. Give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break. Not happening. That's not happening without like massive scripts from other people. I don't really like Stormwatcher. And let's try Mage. Probably should have taken the Bond. Mind control tech doesn't work so well when you stream with it. I actually haven't played Mage in a while. I think Warrior is my most picked class since Wild Arena. Fine. Dragon's Fury is really good, but if you have shifting scroll, it kind of screws it up too much. If you ever get 0, you're just out. Oh wow. Let's go with the Dark Iron. Fine. It's pretty good anti-aggro. Seems to be a lot of that going on, so. Portal's insane with the 2 ley lines. Arcane Explosion's alright, yeah. I think I am gonna pick Effigy. I'll take another Portal. Fireball. We've learned this is a good arena card today, guys. Blizzard. Good deck. Try Priest again, I guess. It's a really good start. Dude, I've been getting shit on today. Absolutely nothing's going my way. Guess I'll get a Pain. Maybe I'll top deck it exactly when I need it back to back. Fine. 2 of those is pretty interesting. 3 of those is really interesting. Take a death, I guess. Fine. Paladin card. Take a Bomb Lobber, I think. Yeah. I don't have 4 drops though. I guess I don't only have 3 drops either. Fine. It's a good 4 drop. Maybe I should have played better, I would have won. Nope. Those are not the type of games we're playing right now. I don't have that many spells, which means Shadow Visions is really good. Drinkmeister, I guess. Alright. Well, I went 12-1 yesterday with a pretty mediocre rogue deck. And my only loss was against the sniper, who I don't think would have won if he wasn't sniping. I'm gonna go with the sludge. I think I need a board clear here. Fine, let's try this class that we've never played. Oh, we played 2. That's right. Fine. Another can be good. Your deck was capped at 6 cost. Right. It's arena, bro. Why not open packs? Because we're speed losing. Why open packs? Gonna go with the Hellfire there. Whatever. How bad could my luck be? Oh, that's true. The Matter Bomber has a lot of synergy. Let me take the Yeti. Implosion. I don't know, I have removal and board clears and shit. What I don't have is early game. And I'm playing Warlock. I'm gonna pick early game. I don't know why I'm taking this. This is 5 mana, 5/5. I'm gonna draw at the moment my opponent finishes killing me with their weapon. Kinda like Dark Bomb more than Zombie Chow. Cane Sword. Bomb Blobber's really good. I'm gonna have a second one. Right. Oh, that weapon removal sometimes works though. Take that. Doubles up his early game. Kinda want a 3-drop, but yeah, fine. Probably just another Implosion. I think I'll take the removal here. That's a great 3-drop. That doesn't work for me, but I have 2, so who knows. Wow. Fine, whatever. Ooh, that's a good card. Hard to play around too, so it should actually work from time to time. Fine. Lots of board clears, decent early game. Oh, this is a really good deck. 71.8. It's even better than the last deck. So we're gonna go 1-3, right? 1-3? Sounds about right. There was no way to win that game, right? No way. Man, I really like Violet Worm. I'm gonna go with the Violet Worm. There was no 3 for the Defile. If I did what you guys are suggesting, I don't think. I don't know. It's all aggro if you want 12 wins. No, it's not. It's all fucking crazy control decks. It's been very little aggro. Yeah, alright, like I fucked with Defile, I already said that, but there was no way to win that game, right? It just wasn't. Ooh, Strider's very good here. Try another. That was pretty good. Fine. I think Evasion might have some strategic use. Yeah, fine. Bomb Squad, probably. I don't know why, but Oil is always very underrated. It's a really low tempo card. I think I'd rather go Gravedigger. It's at least the body. 66.1, but Rogue typically has low scoring decks. But yeah, New Arena changes, they've got to be good.